we're just going to look at the basic heat pump system here. We have a coil, a compressor, metering device, and you'll actually have two metering devices in a heat pump system. But for what we're talking about today, we're just going to show the one. And the big thing that defines a heat pump is the reversing valve. So in a heat pump system, we refer to our indoor coil and outdoor coil. We do not refer to our indoor coil as an evaporator like you would in a traditional air conditioning system. We don't refer to our outdoor coil as a condenser as you would in a traditional air conditioning system. What you have is, in the summertime, you want to be cooling inside. So it's going to operate like an AC unit. So you're going to have your refrigerant go through, and inside it's going to act like an evaporator, and it's going to be cooling. On the outside, it's going to act like a condenser and be getting rid of the heat inside the house. Now, as it begins to get cooler, we're talking about in the fall, going into winter, your heat pump will reverse the flow of refrigerant. When it reverses the flow of refrigerant through the reversing valve that we'll talk about more in other videos and describe exactly what's going on here, now your indoor coil becomes your condenser and your outdoor coil becomes your evaporator. And your indoor coil is now giving off heat. Your outdoor coil is now cooling. Now, you may say, with the temperature dropping down, if the outdoor coil is giving off cooling, doesn't it freeze? Yes, it freezes, then it shuts down and goes through a defrost cycle, which again, we'll talk about in another video. But to get the basics of a heat pump, what makes a heat pump different from an AC unit more than anything from a traditional AC is the reversing valve and what's going on in there. And in a heat pump, we do not refer to things as the evaporator or the condenser, because if you're a tech and you're trying to diagnose a problem and you're calling back to the shop, you're going to want to say, hey, the indoor coil is what I have an issue with, or the outdoor coil is what I have an issue with. You don't want to say my evaporator, because your evaporator might be outside, because it might be in the fall while you're heating. Or it could be inside because it's the summer and you're cooling. Or you could have an unseasonably warm day in the fall, and this could be reversing where now it's doing an evaporator coil on the inside. So that's the beauty of a heat pump. It can act as a heating system and an air conditioning system all in one.